As it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And now off to the races down the right side. Moving inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Vance. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And the Panthers first down. 11 on the play.
19
And the Panthers first down.
Check.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Off play action. Vance. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here we go, start. Cowboy 80. Viking 8.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Seahawks at 9-6 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
2nd and 11. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
At the 6-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Come on, come on.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Stiff-armed him. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Panthers first down.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Cougar 19, Buffalo 18, Mustang 19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
60 boxes. Cowboy 80.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Go.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
60, Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Will try and do this himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Come on, come on.
First and 10 at the 19-yard
Dragon
line.
60.
He'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Okay, ready?
Second and 10.
18, Pioneer. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's second and 10. Operating from the gun, Vance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Looking to throw. Vance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Nice. Here we go. Here we go. Panthers 50. Panthers 50. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ready?
Now a second and 10.
Shot 60. Shot 60. Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I guarantee it's not going to stop this quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Mustang 19.
Back to throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has has a plan, time to implement it.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
26-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 3. He finds his man complete. It's Bryant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Liking 18.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
At the Panthers, 33-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now an option play on 2nd down. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. How about that? Their quarterback, 33 yards. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Panthers, nothing.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Vance. He'll try and do this himself. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up fourth. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone that comes through, trying to block the punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here we go, set. 18, 5 in.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's another Panthers first down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw. Vance. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That is up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he is caught. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Vance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Panthers.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That's another Panthers first down.
They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
70 Lions. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Vance. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Will Anderson in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Vance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the Panthers first down. First
Come on.
at the 2-yard line.
Taylor will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Panthers.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Panthers 7.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Ready.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Arroyo. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. A gain there of 21 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Arroyo. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Cougar 19.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Corral him, he fights through. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
Operating from the gun, Vance. Looking good, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Cowboy 80.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal. Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Vance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
14.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go now. Panther 6. Ready.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now this time he'll look to throw. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Seahawks, 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
From
the gun, he'll hand this off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Check. Cowboy 80.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now back to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Pierce. And he'll get blown up behind the line of of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive. Vance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6.
Cougar 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun. Vance. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
A gain of 12. First down, Panthers.
60 Bobcats. Viking 18. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Vance.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down, Carolina.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Panthers, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 19. Charger,
So it's
19,
Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Smash. Hey, check that. Chop alert.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Go! 18.
They'll look to run with Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Come on. 6 the Eagles.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.